There we go. Chest and planks. Not what I meant to make. The barrel is slabs and planks. Okay. It has to be actual coal. Okay. Ooh. Okay, trinket slots. Where's that? Oh, okay. Iron nuggets and andesite. Okay. Some cobble, some iron. Did I get any gold? Barely. Got a diamond though. Hmm.
Hello, welcome to Yoda Soda Creations, the podcast. Conference the business segment we've field recent.
Yeah, so this one's a bit late in multiple ways. One, it's on a Sunday because I had work yesterday, and two, it's turned out about 11:20 because today we finished up watching Gravity Falls, the final 4 episodes. So yeah, that took a bit longer than usual.
I usually try to get these longer content things started a little earlier.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I misread the schedule and didn't realize, like, oh, we're doing all of that today. Like, oh. Yeah, when he invited me to the Discord call, I was in the middle of cooking dinner. Like, yeah, all this is my fault. I'll admit that. But yeah, it's like, I'm just now kind of waking up. It has been a busy week. Went to my friend's memorial service on Monday, shopping on Tuesday. Didn't have work on Wednesday, but I was just kind of. It's been kind of a tiring week. I don't know, something about like rainy weather really drains the energy. And of course, work on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And today we were over at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A friend of the family's to do some wedding planning for my cousin. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Sorry, I just wanted to get it symmetrical. But yeah, wedding planning, we were over there for a few hours, and honestly, it's like I said, I'm just now kind of waking up. Like, I like that it's been like kind of cool, not too humid. But again, the weather's just like, But yeah, the finale of Gravity Falls, that was a fun time. We'll get into that later, but ooh, that's gonna be a conversation. Let's see now. What to talk about? I don't know. Just getting the drink. Ooh. Oh yeah, so part of me wants to get a new smartwatch. I mean, what I have was a Christmas present for my aunt, but well, it's really finicky. It like constantly gets activated by just by rubbing the inside of my coat sleeve, to the point where it's not uncommon that it switches languages multiple times per day, and occasionally it's just completely been reset. As you can imagine, that tends to get really annoying really quick. So it's like, maybe I should just get a Fitbit or something. I don't know. But yeah, I've been having to deal with that during the week. Oh yeah, gaming content. So I once again wasn't able to prepare I wasn't able to do a stream this past week because of the aforementioned reasons. So I'm doing some live Minecraft Cave Factory. So, yay. Figured it's simple enough, you know. It's Minecraft, nothing too complicated about that. But yeah. Other than that, I don't know. So, how's your week been?
Was beginning to wish I had turned an events warning like I did last week. Anyway. kind of standard again, although I kind of wish it was known a little earlier that my dad would be going across the border again, this time on a sailing trip.
Oh.
Not sure how long that's going to go, but hopefully we'll be able to work something out for rest of the month. Saturday, of course, was fulfillment, so relieved that
That's what's loaded. Will not upgrade. What? Okay.
thankfully I only had the girls to deal with, and also into the nap yesterday after the festivities were over. Went a bit longer than expected, and if we had planned something yesterday, that would have totally compromised it.
Yeah.
And latest edition of things that randomly pop to make head around the same time. Select scenes from classic movie. Select scenes from classic movie that also got memed somewhat.
Yeah.
the expense also went pretty well. Got a few bonuses out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I will go into details about the last few days of sorts later.
Mm-hmm.
And then talking about the ingredients in the pre-show, I would have meant to make a comment that usually the EPEN is unofficial. Pun sometimes go traditional with broken ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, can't remember last time, but sometimes we'll also just cut it up like a mini pizza if buns aren't available.
Yeah. Hmm. Guess I miscalculated.
You, on the other hand, went a few steps farther.
Oh?
There's a word I'm missing, but I'm not. There's a word I'm missing. There's a word I'm missing here.
Oh?
Okay, what do you do with your patties again?
What?
Okay, refresh my memory. What did you do with your patties again?
My patty. My what now?
You were talking about
Sorry,
when we were discussing
go
tonight's
ahead.
dinner. When we were discussing tonight's dinner, I meant to make the traditional patty comments along with a few other innovations. I believe you had something different.
Oh, I basically made a budget chicken katsu curry. Just cooked up some rice and it's not the oh. I cooked up some rice, some frozen breaded chicken, and I picked up this basically $3 curry with vegetables. Yeah, it's like cook up the rice, put the chicken patties in the toaster oven for about 15 minutes. Slice up the chicken and into slices. Put it on the rice and pour the curry sauce right over it. Ew, it needs a gold block. Ew. Okay, the iron furnace can go back. Don't have quite enough gold yet. Right. But yeah, it's something I got a lot of Japanese restaurants in the past and figured nice budget version. Actually pretty good.
Yeah, I know it had something to do with seeing it as possibly Japanese. Somehow it slipped in all the excitement.
Yeah, it's alright. Okay. Core. Oh, I have a lot. But yeah. So yeah, food was good today. Also had Panda Express earlier. Had the orange chicken and honey walnut shrimp, just because I wanted to try out and see what their honey walnut shrimp was like. It was okay. Personally, I still think Safeway's reign supreme. It just has the right level of sweetness to it.
I know what you mean. We have a few local places over here that do slightly better with their chow mein, curry, and a few other meat-based delectables. I can only remember having Panda
Although,
Express once.
I used to get it, well, not a lot, but more frequent than I do now. But yeah, I think they changed something with their orange chicken, because like I swear the sauce was a lot tangier than I vaguely remember.
And you had an although going at some points.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's symmetrical again. But yeah. Also, when we do get around to the news for tonight, I have a bit of gaming news that isn't on the list. Which, to be fair, I think the news just came out today, so that's understandable. But we'll get to that eventually. But for now, let's start off with. I swear, my mind wanted to call it Pony Life again. It's like, no, this is better than Pony Life. This has been at least, it's been consistently at least good. But yeah, the episode of Tell Your Tale, which kind of confused me at first, because like, wait, Izzy's working on Sunny's Maritime Bay Day gift, but that was from the special, and previous episodes are past the special, but I guess now we're going a bit back in the timeline a bit. Like, okay. That's fine. Which, I mean, like, Posy's more antagonistic attitude kind of added credit to that theory, because she seemed a bit more than she has in previous episodes. Then again, Izzy was being Izzy, so. But yeah, Izzy was trying to finish up the new lantern and needed a specifically sized ring for it. So she goes around basically taking anything that's not nailed to the floor, and eventually resorts to literal dumpster diving. Even has a nice little trash song to go along with it. Like, okay? Sure. Ooh, yeah, trash is great. Recycling, yeah! But yeah, eventually she finds the perfect sized ring in the trash and puts it together, and then runs off because she kind of tore apart all the stuff from Pip's hairdryer. Whoops. But yeah, it was a fun episode. Like, initial timeline confusion aside. I was under the assumption that there would be like a general consistency to the timeline of the show, aside from it being like a nice little short, like, standalone thing. Then again, when I was doing my reaction, I did mention that it could have been earlier in the production. It could have been earlier in the production schedule, but due to reasons, it got pushed forward or pushed back, whatever.
Precisely. I've can't say.
Because that does happen with shows sometimes.
I can't list any other specific points this has happened to me except for one. I noticed a stylistic change in one show and was even at a young age, and yeah, that kind of question was in the back of my mind, and it would only be until years later that I found out, hey, that was actually the pilot episode.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me of what happened with Power Ranger. I believe it was Power Ranger Samurai, where the original first episodes didn't get aired till like the middle of the first season, because they wanted a more action-packed first premiere episode.
Now I know.
Yeah, I actually tuned into the first episode of Sarah because like, Power Rangers is back and it's back with Saban. I wonder how they'll do things and. Yeah. Less said about those years, the better. And don't even mention Megaforce. Ooh. But yeah, sometimes early production episodes get delayed. And it's just a thing that happens in the industry.
I'm surprised I could still get the reference to that, even though, well, in one cover, I certainly remember listening to a lot. Just remembered another instance, even though I never saw the episodes either in broadcast order or chronologically. Kim Possible also had the same treatment. Like there's production code, and then there's airing order.
Yeah. Okay. Gold. Needed. Work with that. But yeah, overall pretty good episode. Like, we finally get to see Izzy's little subplot from the special. Like, oh yeah, doing something for Izzy, not Izzy, for Sunny, and then it pops up at the end of like near the end of the special. So you can kind of think of it as like a not quite a deleted scene, but like a cut content from the special. It was good.
Got a bit more crunchy with the words at the beginning, which also set up core of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, starts off with the group watching, like, professional diving, and it's just kind of a point that Pegasus do kind of have an unfair advantage, because, like, they can definitely get a lot more height, which could make for more impressive dives. Oh, wow. 6 gold. 6 gold. Nice. Okay. Block of gold. Get the furnace. That. That. And that. Okay. But yeah, and then there was the behemoth of the finale of Gravity Falls.
Who lives Archer this time? There's a fun little chase sequence with the trickster.
Yeah. But yeah, like, definitely dealt with some, like, how should I put it? Uh, hello, brain, are you there? Ooh. But, yeah, so starting things off, like, oh, hey, it's gonna be Dipper and Mabel's 13th birthday, and the summer is coming to a close. So, gonna have one last birthday bash before they leave. But things aren't looking too great. Like, oh yeah, we'll hold it in the high school. But, like, high school registration's there, and Wendy's there. It's like, oh god, high school sucks. I wish I could be young forever. And then Dipper's hanging out with Ford, and it's like, yeah, we're like, I'm old. I need an apprentice. Science adventure pals. And Dipper's like, ooh, cool. Aside with a bit of danger, of course. And of course, there's walkie-talkies involved. She hears this, and it's like, no, I don't like change. Also, that rift thing is cracking. Like, okay, need to get its special alien glue. They don't end up they find the glue, but yeah, it kind of gets forgotten with the whole rescue attempt because Ford gets captured and it's a whole mess. And then the aforementioned thing with Mabel, and she runs out, grabs the wrong backpack, and then Mr. Time Travel Guy shows up. It's like, hey, you did me a favor, I can do you a favor. I can make it summer forever. Like, nothing suspicious about this at all. Like, the only way that he would be more suspicious is if he drove up to her in a van labeled free candy. So to be fair, that might actually work with her. But But yeah, turns out it's a trap. It was actually Bill possessing time travel guy. And yeah, he breaks the rift. And yeah, Bill wins. He can manifest himself within the normal reality, and Weird Mageddon begins. What was I doing? It. Okay, gearbox. And it's a casing. Okay. It's like flip between trying to. And it's like casing. Oh, log. Oh. Grab a stack of cobble, toss it on the ground, and wait half a minute. Oh, right. Magnets, how do they work? Let me turn that off. And now toss on the ground. But yeah, Bill wins. Everything goes crazy. So of course, as the new Chaos Lord rules over town, of course the first thing Pacifica's parents do is pledge allegiance. That doesn't end well. Nope. But yeah, starts turning people to stone, causing absolute chaos. Brings in some buddies of his. And yeah, things not looking too great. And, ooh, even better. After a failed assassination attempt by Ford gets captured. And then Dipper, in his ever so great wisdom, decides, like, okay, he told me the way to defeat Bill's cipher is in the book. So the smart thing would be to call Bill out and say, like, hey, the solution to getting rid of you is in this book. Yeah, Bill burns the books. Smart move, Dipper. Like, brilliant play. Oh, just crafting tables. Okay. 1, 7 times. I just need 21 crafting tables. But yeah, so. Also, Mabel gets locked away in a. Basically a, little fantasy bubble. Like, that's not good. Okay, need to be 5 tall. So I will raise the roof. Party up all in this house. But yeah. A few days pass and like, okay, need to find the others. Oh, hey, a mall. There should be people there. And turns out Wendy's there. And this other guy, he's not important. Like, what was it, Ted or someone?
Toby.
Yeah, that guy. That's actually the joke in the episode. Like, no one can remember his name. Or, like, no one can really care to remember his name. But yeah, they get together, they meet up, and it's like, okay, so, plan. And Dipper's like, oh god, we don't have the journals. Ford's been captured. Bill won. Of course, Wendy's like, dude, do you realize all the stuff of you and your sister have gone through? Just need to get back together, get the group back together, and you got this. So step one, of course, is getting to Mabel. So they decide, like, okay, let's steal a car. Which, okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, I don't believe law has any standing in the current situation. So they go to the abandoned car place, and yeah, it turns out someone was waiting there for them. It was Gideon. Yeah, he got out of prison. He was there waiting with his prison mates by orders of Bill Cipher. He has the key to Mabel's bubble. But yeah, Wendy does her thing. Like, okay, yeah, I had enough of you. I'm a punt you over there. And they take a car, and a car chase ensues, and they go through some weirdness bubbles. So we got, excuse me. Let's see now. Got Wendy and Dipper as birds, anime characters. What else? Okay, in my defense, we watched like 2 hours of content, so remembering all of it's kind of tricky.
Well, they were live action. They were live action at one point for another one, and there was also a classic silent film homage.
Oh, and don't forget the opposite gender weirdness bubble. But yeah, it was weird. But yeah, so they jump the car over a canyon, and they make it, but oh no, the car's wrecked and they're surrounded. Also, Seuss is there. He's been helping random people, and apparently there's folk songs about him now. You know, normal day for Seuss. But yeah. So yeah, Gideon currently has the upper hand, but Dipper basically tells him, like, okay, so you want Mabel to love you, right? And like, yeah, Mabel's mine, haha, she'll learn to love me. But T points out, like, yeah, with the way he's acting, that'll never work. Like, just being completely selfish. Okay, yeah. So 3 on top, 3 side, 5 wide. Okay. Here's the center. Okay. I'm getting a lot more of that. Right. But yeah, like, okay. You know what she would make her maybe like you? Being a hero, standing up to Bill. And Dipper finally gets through to Gideon. It's like, you know what? You're right. Here's the key. Save Mabel. I'm gonna strike the eye bat things that I called over. So they go to the bubble and they enter. And I need to sort through my inventory. Ooh, got more diamonds. Okay. Ew. Uh-huh. Just gonna make a couple more chests. You were supposed to connect. And yeah, they enter the bubble, and it's that aforementioned fantasy land that I mentioned. Like, Yeah, everything seems so perfect, and you can get whatever you want. But, yeah, it's definitely feel. This series of episodes deals with some heavy themes like, growing up, the uncertain future, potentially the potential of having to of drifting apart from friends and loved ones, and the desire to live in a fantasy over accepting reality. So the new issue is trying to get Mabel to accept reality. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. Okay, trying to asset alloy. Right, yeah, reality and all that. Like, she tries to get the others to accept the fantasy life, and she almost tricks Dipper, but like, oh yeah, when he shows up, it's like, if you're older, it would be perfect. We could be together. Like, you could ask Mabel to make you older, and he almost falls for it, but like, wait a minute. Diorite and planks. Do I need a wrench? Yeah. How do I change the orientation of the thing? These are pointing up. I want them to point down. Okay. Is there a create? Yes, there is. Gold plates, cogwheel, and a stick. Right, where was it? Oh yeah, accepting reality. And yeah, Dipper must falls for it, but like he sees through this through the through to the through. If my mind would slow down for a moment, see through the deception. And yeah, eventually it winds up in a courthouse with a jury of Mabels, and they go through past memories of how reality isn't very nice and not it's not happy, and but Dipper calls Mabel to the stand. It's like, you know, past those points and the memories you showed, there are bits after that that's like, you know, as bad as things were, we got through it all together. And you know what? Yeah, the unrealistic thing is like thinking he'd stick around the town being Ford's apprentice. Like, they'll get through everything together. And yeah, Mabel's like, yeah. So eventually, it's like she accepts the argument. They have a sincere sibling hug, and okay, everything's good. Time to go. And why aren't things going by my command anymore? Like, oh, you have no power here anymore. Yeah. So they quickly have to get out of the bubble, and they do so by riding on a giant waddles. So okay, they got Mabel. Now they just need to find everyone else. So they head to the shack, and turns out all the other survivors are in the shack. Because, yeah, remember the whole unicorn thing? That's actually been keeping the shack protected. And yeah. Nope. Okay. How do I change the direction? Anyway, yeah, like, okay, shack's protected, and Sam just wants to just like live out the rest of the days in the shack, through the rest of the world. Everyone else is like, you know what? You know. Especially after they see a news report like, oh yeah, all those petrified people have been turned into a throne. Okay. Aha, I think I've got it. Okay. But yeah, so eventually, with the help of McGucket, they turn the shack into a giant robot. And they assault the pyramid. Of course, Stan's like, do we really have to do this? The answer is yes, they do have to do this, whether he likes it or not. But yeah, so they assault the pyramid, and they fight off the goons. Oh, that looks about right. Just gonna top it off with some torches. And yeah, they eventually get Bill out of the pyramid and distract him and make their way inside the pyramid. And yeah, it turns out all I have to do is remove the linchpin of the throne, and it all just falls apart. So they get forward. They free everyone. Like, okay, time to beat Bill. So they ask for what the solution is, and like apparently there's this old prophecy, like you have to bring together bring together 12 teenagers with attitude or something. I don't know, it's a bit vague. But no, like there are special symbols signifying different people, like the pine tree for Dipper, the shooting star for Mabel. Okay, good. I did have enough. And yeah, it's like everything's going good until Stan. Stan thinks this is stupid and still angry at Ford for not thanking him for saving him from, the portal. Planks, stone, planks. And like, so yeah, they get into a fight, and oh no, it's Bill. Yeah. Turns out the giant robot had a bit of a weakness. The protection didn't extend down to the legs. Whoops. Classic Achilles weakness. But yeah. It's like, okay. Basically, gets rid of most of the group as potential obstacles, and like, okay. Now for the rest of you. See, turns out there's a special weirdness magnet effect on Gravity Falls, and only Ford knows how to get rid of it. It's kind of keeping Bill inside. But the only way to get the answers is for Bill to get inside his head. So he captures the kids and basically uses them for blackmail material. But yeah, Mabel spray paints him in the eye again. Always falls for that. But yeah. So it's like, okay, change of plans. Gonna go after the kids first. Then maybe he'll talk. But yeah. So chase ensues and they end up getting captured. But yeah, it turns out the two brothers thought of a plan. Say diorite. polished diorite. Polished diorite. And four of them. Right. So yeah, they thought of a plan. So the kids get captured, and like, which one will I kill first? So Ford finds like, okay, fine. We have a deal. You can go inside my head. Just spare them. Like, okay, good. We have a deal. So he goes inside Ford's head, and psych, it was Stan all along. All right, I need to hook up power, right? But yeah, they swapped clothes, and yeah, it turns out the other way to get rid of Bill is to have him get him into a mindscape and wipe the memory. Which means Stan decides, like, you know what? I haven't done much with my life. But like hell am I gonna let him do anything to the kids? So he takes Bill down in a blaze of glory. So yeah, Bill's gone, but so are Stan's memories. For about 20 minutes. Yeah, he got his memories back fairly quickly afterwards. Just, oh yeah, go through Mabel's scrapbook. Like, everything's all good and happy. Everything's, with Bill defeated, everything goes back to normal. No bearing, sail frame, shafts, gear shift. No, not that one. Trying to remember how to use this mod. Gearbox? Okay. How do I do the thing again? But yeah, and the town's back to normal, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, that was weird. We really don't want to talk about it, so yeah, we're not gonna talk about it. Like, but by town law, we do not speak of that which happened. No bearing.
Nothing to see here. Robbie's family has to
But yeah, so everything's back to normal. And
zombie
the
guards.
twins celebrate. Yeah.
Zombie guards, northwest.
Oh yeah.
Have
Northwest
killed the
had to
client
sell
at this point.
Yeah, the Northwest had to sell their mansion because, like, yeah. So remember how I mentioned they pledged allegiance to Bill? Well, it turns out they essentially he put all their money in towards weirdness currency, and yeah, now that Bill's gone, they had to sell the mansion to keep the fortune. And now Pacifica can, like, now she can only have one pony. Oh no.
And the new owner is...
McGucket! Yay! Like, yeah, he made a bunch of money by submitting patents to the government. And like, I need a new shack. Hey, there's one for sale. Okay, category. Okay, large cogwheels is buttons and planks.
Stan gets a bit of reputation. Gideon, aside from... Gideon is a complete turnaround. Mostly turnaround, aside from...
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he's taking care of a large school problem, so...
Yeah. But yeah. So
Yeah,
they
that
have.
works. That works. Party happens. Party happens. Pass with there's a one less. Good deed in terms of presence.
Yep.
But it turns out there'll be a few more stringent anomalies worth investigating.
Yeah. But yeah, as the twins say their goodbyes to their closest friends, Wendy grabs Dipper's hat, gives him her hat as a reminder, gives him a letter to read whenever he's missing Gravity Falls. Maple is sad that, oh no, I can't bring bottles. The parents don't want. The parental units do not wish me to bring a pig to California. And Stan's like, okay, yeah, enough of this. If I had to deal with the pig all summer, they have to as well. And basically threatens the bus driver to let the pig on the bus. And yeah, speaking of the brothers, since, Dipper's gonna stay with Mabel, like, okay, yeah, I'm getting kind of old to do this whole adventuring thing alone. I could use someone to go with me. And basically invite Stan to go together as brothers, investigating things. And Stan's like, you know what? I'll take you up on that offer.
But wait! Objection!
So, who will run the shack? Zeus will run the shack. So yeah, Zeus is now managing the mystery shack, and how do I? It was andesite. But yeah. There it is. But yeah, as they get onto the bus, we see what going on, like various things, and we get to see a letter that Wendy gave him, and it's a nice little letter saying "See you next summer," signed by all of their friends from Gravity Falls. And you know what? Yeah, the future may be unknown, but you know what? That's fine. Also, Bill's turned into a statue. He's just kind of in the middle of the forest. Sure, nothing will happen with that.
And with the nerves, like, just don't expect it to be any over the top.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good finale. Like, the stakes were high. The themes were heavy, but not too heavy. And the resolution was good. And yeah, overall, a great finale to a great show.
And if you're that guy, let's check out today's as well, because whenever they steal the phrase, I'm always like, Cybertron's on the line. They want to talk to you.
Yeah, the transforming car. Yeah.
And in the quote-unquote courthouse, I was like, I'm up to here with probation and bleeding psychiatric reports. That's it, I'm off. That's it. Right, I'm going to have one final thing before I leave, so I sentence you to be burned to the stick.
I'm not there. Okay. Gearbox again. Gearbox. That was 4 cogs and an andesite casing.
Also magnetic guns.
Yeah. Okay, how do I get the thing to... Not what I meant to do. Cut that out.
And of course, once the connections to previous actings, quite a lot of returnees.
Yeah.
Surprised it didn't note about this. Note about this earlier. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know. But apparently, Alpha Melina was the multi-bear.
Oh. Cool. Okay, so that one needs to be reversed. Okay, so... Okay, so I just need to reverse that. Which is easier said than done. Okay, get the gear shift there. Make the lever. That's coal ore, not a piece of cobble.
And also among the returnees, Larry King.
Yep. There we go. So, put the chute there. Just need to get a barrel. Slabs and wood. But yeah, fun episode, lots of character development. The evil was finally thwarted. Yeah.
Certainly deserves its place amongst the great finales that have come and been.
Yeah.
And for anyone who's curious, any shots of the Veil statue actually lead to a real-life scavenger hunt of sorts.
Yep. Crap, now it's reversed again. I see. There we go. I'm actually thinking of making Cave Factory a ongoing game series on my channel. It's like, it's something basic, but like, yeah, there's a basic goal to work towards with this, as opposed to some of the other games I've played, where it's just kind of open-ended, whatever. Like, yeah, there's a story to Minecraft Dungeons, but it's mostly like grind to get better and better gear and all that stuff. And well, Dungeons and Dragons Online is an MMO, so yeah. But yeah, Gravity Falls was a fun ride.
I believe you can see the articles of the hunt at Confusion Hill, Piercy, California.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, he'll be back in a moment or so. Don't don't worry about the lack of talking, I guess. Uh, ooh, got 20 emeralds out of that. Nice. Okay, emerald furnace. That. That. Then obsidian, which needs blaze rods. Yeah, probably not getting that far. Yeah, gonna have the fastest furnace possible. Isn't there like a speed upgrade? Okay. Augment speed. Paper sugar, which I don't have. Okay. Should probably get back to the quest tree. So seared heaters, seared bricks, which is grout, which is sand, clay, and gravel. But first, I'll start grinding up some ore. Iron first, then coal, more coal, lapis redstone, silver. Don't really need uranium, and nickel. Yeah, hopefully this is a pretty good speed that it's running at. I could probably make it better if I expand the room a bit. Speaking of, let me finish raising the roof. And probably at some point I'll take the windmill and shove it into the ground. Just like make a little shaft going downwards that contains the windmill. That's what I did last time I was playing with this mod pack.
Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything?
Huh?
Did I miss
Oh, you
anything?
didn't really miss anything. Not really.
For a moment, it sounded like you had done some unlisted.
No. Just, raising the roof level, crushing down ores into, well, getting more material than you normally would.
Anyway, since I brought it up. Willpower run the Super Leisure Grand Prix starting this year will be single day as opposed to 2 weekends. Edward Shivagana won the Ristic Gateway. 2 other Mustang Top 10s. Despite a strong start, Eli Tomic finished third after a surprise ending at home track Thunder Valley. Trib Haven won the Manhattan Handicap. Modonical and Ness scored a 1-2 in the Belmont.
Okay. Another quartz.
who Gardner won the race at Red America. Tom Vincent, his Max Steam Machine, took home the trophy from Detroit. Daniel Suarez scored a win in Sonoma. And there were 6 Mustang top 10s. Lots of things in the comic world, from covers to a preview.
Mm-hmm.
Loungefly, not seeing Dreamcastle bags and pins. Platinum Jubilee images seem to include Elizabeth with Pennington.
Huh. Oh, yeah. there were some new announcements for the Persona franchise, including the fact that Persona 5 Royal is coming to PC, Xbox, Xbox Game Pass, yada yada yada. I believe it was October 21st or something like this, sometime late October. Like, well, there goes another PS4 exclusive. uh,
The MTV Awards happened. Sophia Di Marcio, Best Breakthrough Performance. Daniel Radcliffe, Best Villain. Cassis vs. Maddie, Euphoria, Best Fight. Tom Hiddleston, DiMartino, and Owen Wilson, Best Team. Zendaya, Best Performance in the Show. Ryan Reynolds, Best Community Performance. No Way Home, Best Movie.
nice.
Tom Holland, Best Performance in a Movie. Euphoria, Best Show, Here for the Hookup. And Scarlett Johansson received Best Hero.
In addition to Persona 5 Royal, also coming to Xbox, yada yada yada, and all those other platforms, Persona 3 Portable, and for everything that hasn't already gotten it yet, okay, not really everything, I don't think it's coming to Switch yet, but Persona 4 Golden, which of course is already on Steam, so yeah. But hey, now Xbox people can play it too.
Ava Campbell is not returning for Scream 6. Film the offer presented did not equate to value I brought. Very difficult decision to move on. Loves the fans. Dave Arquette. So the Scream brief that said it's kind of unfortunate, but it's an understandable decision. All business away. Balance these elements to fit a budget and produce a film.
Right.
Despite what's looking like a good track record, seems a lawsuit's been filed claiming Paramount's most steroids to Top Gun, and that Maverick represents an infringement.
Huh. Okay.
Got a clip for Fate, The Winx Saga Season 2. First look at Chavez. Series releasing this fall.
I think I need more gold. I should probably pull up the sheet.
Let's look at a first look behind the scenes of the Netflix One Piece series.
Oh.
Trailer for the Netflix Resident Evil series also released.
Okay.
First trailer to the Predator prequel Prey. Margaret Qualley reportedly star in Kojima's next horror title, Overdose.
Okay. I'm sure it's gonna be a very weird game. I mean, this is Kojima we're talking about here. Like, if it isn't some sort of weird social commentary, I'll be surprised.
Getting first looks at some more characters to be added to Sonic Prime. Julie Andrews shared her love for the Minions.
Hmm. Okay.
If you listen to enough audio commentaries, she does. If you find other interesting things, she'll happily point out a link.
Hmm.
Apple acquires untitled F1 racing film starring Brad Pitt, directed by Joseph Kosinski. Required to be released wide in theaters for at least 30 days until it can release on Apple TV.
Hmm.
Joker 2 officially in the works, according to Todd Phillips.
Yep.
Animated Ghostbusters series on the works on Netflix with Jason Reitman set to executive produce.
Hmm.
Ezra Miller accused of supplying minor alcohol, marijuana, LSD. Individual parents claiming use of violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway.
Yeesh. I mean, wow.
Though the victim apparently objects, the allegations hold no weight.
Uh, okay, that's...
It's definitely going to be a multi-day affair.
Yep.
New game based on the Alien franchise, Start Descent, in the works for a 2023 release.
Hmm.
New Goat Simulator coming later this year.
Nice.
Gets a concept art for a Naughty Dog untitled standalone multiplayer. First look at HBO's Last of Us, which went filming earlier this week.
Hmm.
Just needs you to get the IMAX treatment later this year.
Oh.
First look at Kazuya Nocturne.
Ah, yes. Finally getting to Richter's portion of the timeline. which for those not too into Castlevania lore, but at least know the games, is like Castlevania 3. No, wait, no, Rondo of Blood, and like the Symphony of the Night.
Duke Nukem movie in the works. Cobra Kai creators Josh Harold, John Hodowitz, and Hayden Schulzberg set to produce.
I, what? I must have heard that wrong. I should check the list, like the news list. Like, I can't have heard that right. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh my god. Like, I realize 90s nostalgia is kind of like a big thing these days, but must we really? I don't know. Like,
I also get a bit surprised, especially given the reputation of Forever.
yeah.
But the guys behind Cobra Kai are producing, so
They should make the true to the franchise and have it be in production hell for about 13 years. You know I had to make that joke, right?
like I said, it's the Cobra Kai guys that might be able to make it work.
Right.
An extended cut of No Way Home, the more fun stuff version, to be released in theaters on September the
Ooh.
2nd.
Neat.
Gonna first look at Ember from the Director of Claws. Young Dakika breaks an impossible race to some volcano. Tree precious spark of fire that saved the tribe.
Okay.
Taylor Swift expresses interest in writing and directing her own film. Former Antwerp engineer receives settlements following the 2017 DuPont crash. Interestingly, I cut his name, did some research, and yes, turns out he's a photographer I've known for quite a while.
Oh. Okay, just break that one.
Mission officially defeated. So, Beach Train can roll forwards to the future.
Hmm.
Red Rattler and Eureka Express runs. That's by Steam Rail Victoria.
Hmm.
Fox Field Drive-by unfortunately vandalized. 25,000 quid worth of damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Finally, our condolences go to the friends and families of Tony Order, John Pippin, Metzerman, Thunderbirds, Julie Cruz, Twin Peaks, Toby Eldridge, New Zealand Jockey, Parley Young, victim of the shooting, Gilly, cousin Jerry Lee Lewis, so many victims of crisis in the world, no going into any details. I think the biggest one this week, at least from certain standpoints, Billy Kometz.
Yeah.
JoJo Pokemon Titan, among others.
Does this speed up the growth? Does not appear to do so. Okay, gonna have to wait for that. Okay, 4 cacti to a bucket of water. Oh wow, it's 1:43. I mean, to be fair, we did start late. And there's the battery warning for my earbud, so we should probably wrap things up for the night, for the week, whatever.
Right, so hopefully we'll be able to work out something with the folks. So let's look at some other podcast localities. And that's hopefully I'll be feeling decent by the time the event comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Every week's gonna be a bit of a step up, basically.
Yeah.
And until the coming Sunday. Stay safe, stay well, get rest, get rested, pray, and hopefully we will see you next week.